Hi, welcome to That's the Thing podcast, episode .12. It is maybe Friday the 15th, or maybe even Wednesday the 20th.
I don't know what day it is. I don't put these on.
I am Drew False Edwards.
I'm Kevin, also known as Raylith on Twitter.
Nolan, at Nolan Line. And
Speak up, Nolan.
I'll speak up.
Speak up. Scooch in.
Alright,
Scooch in.
We'll cut this out. We'll cut this out.
I
Nah,
didn't get to pick a
nothing
character.
gets-
Nolan at
select.
Nolan Line on Twitter. There it is.
You went solo.
Oh,
All right.
You go back
all right. Anyway,
to the beginning.
So back to Rise.
Back to fall.
Back.
So we are playing Under Night and Birth.
Yeah. It's I like it. It's because it's anime. Crap. I gotta do those things. There's been a lot of stuff coming out this week.
It's because it's the It's the melee killer.
It is Melee is dead.
And a hilarious twist, like a decent chunk of the Smash community is just not at the weekly tonight.
Yeah. So
There also was a flu going around, and they're all. Yeah, I'm not gonna say melee players are dirty, but they're not unclean. But
I don't know. We all know.
Also, it's technically spring break.
Really?
Yeah.
So that would explain things. So and just because this is another kind of stream of consciousness thing, we actually get to talk about some new stuff like relevant. So Nolan, how you liking Devil May Cry?
oh, that's my game of the year.
Really?
Yeah.
You're going to go in on it.
I like Resident Evil 2, but it's so much better.
I gotta think about that. I do not want to have spoilers, so try not to spoil anything.
What about Trish's butt?
It's great.
Did you guys get Trish butt before the patch came out or not?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, where they did the. Oh.
The little shine, so you don't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Listen,
All right.
I saw Girlfriend Mom's butt. All right? Girlfriend
Yeah.
Mom is the best.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
Let's play Marvel 3.
Mother.
Everyone loves Trish in Marvel 3.
I don't like Trish in Marvel 3. I like Spark. So like, like that game, I want to say is I think better than Kingdom Hearts in terms of like, it like both fan service and like ending the thing. Okay, that's throw. So like, oh man, this is hard to talk.
No, you get it. All right, so
LP tax.
I'll go and do this. It actually is maybe one of the most fan service games I've played in a while. Every boss,
Something.
every enemy, every scene is harkening back to something from previous Devil May Cry games.
Even the anime gets like referenced like twice.
The two anime characters, who's it, Patty and like the broker Morris,
Yeah.
are in there.
Yeah.
And it took me a while, like, who is this?
Yeah.
What game is this guy from? Oh,
Is it from
anime.
2?
I think I watched like 2 episodes of the anime. I'm just like, this sucks.
Well, yeah, because it's Gonzo, and they weren't doing the speed graphic.
Man, it's true.
But like,
So good.
oh crap, I forgot. I gotta do my X's.
It may have one of the best combat systems I've played in a while.
It's really good.
It is in depth, and once you get like that second tier of abilities
It's
from some of the characters, it gets a lot better.
it's amazing that game has multiple ability spoilers. Like you wouldn't think that like a character doing a move is
Like
a spoiler.
there's an option in that game that says, do you want to turn off the ability to see certain people's abilities?
Yeah, like there are move spoilers,
Oh.
and
neat.
and there are multiple for different characters, and I'm like, man, like there's I really liked like everything about
Also, like
that.
now I've gone through all the moves of Nero
Yeah,
and just like tested them out. I was like, he might be in the next Marvel game.
if they do.
There's no Marvel game. There's no new Marvel game.
This and that. Oh yeah, no, never.
Capcom
they're
Fighting
done. They're done.
Evolution. We'll be
No,
in the
no.
new Capcom
No.
Fighting Evolution.
I'm sorry, the Capcom versus game.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, kind of
Oh,
on the
Street Fighter
trend.
Cross Tekken 2?
No,
Yeah, oh yeah.
why do
No,
we
listen,
need
Capcom's
Marvel?
back.
Why do we even need Marvel? Because we're gonna get what may be, and this is my like Babe Ruth like pointing at the stands
Your
moment. Most surprising game of the year. Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Man,
Man.
I'm excited for that game.
I was like,
looks
man,
good.
I remember the Power
The
Rangers
only
game.
thing I'm upset about is it's like a 9-character roster.
Yeah, but so is like, I mean, but like it's budget, so I'm kind of like that game. Oh, that game might be good.
I know. I've been watching a lot of the stream, like the weekly combat cast for that game, and it is that game real good.
I was turned off because I thought
Again,
it
the
was in
Shady K is the guy who was the first American virgin who was like, no, guys, this is the new Wesker. And we're like, no, you're stupid, Shady K. And lo and behold.
Now he's motivated. Motivation. My power. Power. No, okay. Like, I was turned off that game because I thought it was going to be the, what was it, that beat 'em up? So I'm
Yeah,
like,
I know.
Another one of that. And I saw, I'm like, ooh, this looks good. And that new trailer looks really good.
Yeah, it does.
It's interesting because it's sort of like
So it's a Marvel game, like Marvel 3, light, medium, heavy, S, and your S is for special moves, though.
so it's more that's
Do
interesting.
you guys know anything about Sentai?
No.
Or about Power Rangers in general?
Sort of.
Bulk and Skull did nothing wrong.
That is true. But they got the Magna Ranger in there. He's the coolest.
Those Rangers were nerds, and they deserve to be bullied.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah,
I hope that's on the podcast.
No, it should be. Like my Power Rangers knowledge, like I think it's around like space, like, but
Which space?
The first one.
No, the one where they were. It was like
The
Lost in
Starscape
Space?
one?
yeah, the
Yeah.
lost one.
That's where Magna Ranger's from.
Yeah, like that. So, but it's to me what's interesting about the Power Rangers game is that to me you automatically fix the problem of like the kind of the clone like model reuse when
Because, that's
it's a
all
Power
they
Ranger.
all are, yeah.
There's like male body type, female body type, and
And even
other.
then, no, there's not.
Yeah.
I've seen enough pictures of Yellow Ranger with a bulge.
Yeah. Well, that's
I wonder what she's got down there. Probably
Yeah.
another weapon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is. No. I really want them to just get like Ruben Langton. I'm not Ruben Langton. Johnny Young and this Virgil to actually do their voices in the game.
yeah.
That's possible.
I really hope
I mean,
the
they're-
policeman robot's in it.
Oh yes.
I don't know his name, but Cody had a toy of
He's
him.
like the. It's like
and
a
he took it
century-
apart, and then he could not put it back together. There were too many screws.
I remember it was like Century or like Protector. I don't know.
Aha!
But no, that's a good robot. I'm
Oh
kinda
crap.
Waiting to see what the Zoid supers are looking like.
Oh,
the
they
ones I
showed.
saw.
So no, that's actually more like an Infinity Stone.
Oh really?
Yeah, from Marvel Infinite. So whenever one character dies on your team, you get your Zord active, and you hit both partners, and then depending on like you do one of 3 buttons, and they'll do 1 of 3 attacks.
Yeah.
So Goldar punches real fast. Goldar is one of the Zord supers you can have. He does like a real fast punch. He does a double stomp that's an overhead, and then he does a sword stab.
I think it's okay. We are still recording it. It's
crash.
interesting. Good. Nah, I can see it. Look, we've done 8 minutes, but it's interesting. Like for me, like I want to kind of scooting back to Devil May Cry. I want to talk more about it, but I can't without doing spoilers. And I don't want to spoil it.
I
You
like
don't,
that.
you don't want
it's
to
still
spoil,
too-
You don't want to spoil that final one.
There's okay.
That's the or
so
or
my
the one
fav-
before the final one.
Wait,
My-
how long is this game?
20 missions.
20 minutes.
I would say it is.
Like maybe 10 hours.
Okay.
It's not long. It's still like within a week of release. Next week we'll probably be doing spoiler talk
Yeah.
because I feel like if you're interested, you've either watched it or it's happened.
Also, like you're not listening to this podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the audience, my audience, is either 100% have beaten Devil May Cry, but I just want to be careful because I don't want to do like. Also, I need discussions when we don't have news.
Yeah.
But my favorite moments in Devil May Cry, my number 1 and number 2 moments are both backhanded slaps.
Yeah.
There's one backhanded slap and I clapped, and then there's a double backhanded slap and I clapped again.
Listen, the whole point of this game is about family.
It is a family.
Family.
Talking more about the game in non-spoiler terms, I like that Nero's animations changed to Mega Man ones.
Oh yeah, when you put the Mega Buster. It's just everything about that like is cool. The stance
like
switching
Seth.
is fun. I like V. I'm shocked with how much I like.
V is so much fun.
I think V is really
I thought
cool.
I thought I just want to get through these.
I like the Witch Doctor in Diablo.
He reminds V is basically Captain Toad, whereas Captain Toad is like in a Mario game, but he can't jump. V is in a fighting game, and
But
he's
he
weak
can't
and
fight.
slow.
But he can't fight.
Yeah, he can't fight. He's weak
He's like
and
if
slow.
Jacko was worse.
But it works. I mean,
Good job, Seth.
I think
do
it-
not like Seth.
Yeah.
Don't pick Seth.
Yeah, he's the guy and with the knife, and he throws like delayed fireballs.
He's an assassin.
Yeah. He has the in-birth because he got bit by the EXs, and then the Void contract came
Oh,
up.
he does have a backdash in the air, which is unique.
Oh,
Oh, also, if you hit forward X, you get their like universal. Yeah.
the hop that they
Yes.
have in the Blazblor.
Yeah, except in this, it's just a hot. Like you hit a button out, you can do any aerial out of it.
Alright. Since Drew and Nolan are playing, I'm gonna have some talk about the new Hearthstone expansion that was announced today, because I'm sure they're not gonna talk about it at all.
Oh yeah, what do you want to talk about?
All right, so anyway,
Well, how Druid's still the same? They didn't do anything.
no,
to anything?
they've killed Druid. See, the whole thing is that they nerfed Druid into the ground, and it's kind of, we don't know what's gonna happen in the upcoming expansion. New cards come out. There's still, it's early to say, but none of them feel like incredible. It feels like they want to try to nerf all of the internal consistency, like synergies and consistencies to the game, and maybe want to do something where it's just like in the old times, where you're just kind of trying to build the best deck you can with your cards, and it's less about like a one-turn hit combo, which is kind of what the game feels like at the moment, which is just do your one-turn hit combo or your infinite value card, aka a card that just keeps making other cards, so you just never run out of big monsters. I'm still questionable about it. If this is Friday, I'm probably going to be recording a podcast about Blizzard and Hearthstone and stuff in the evening. So more about that there.
More betrayal.
Yeah. Well, how much do you care about the current state
I'll
of
be on it. I don't care.
World of Warcraft?
I'll talk about Dota Auto Chess.
Yeah.
I'll talk
yeah.
about just Warcraft, and that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dota Auto Chess.
Yeah, Dota Auto Chess. It's great. I love Dota Auto Chess. There was a tournament for that yesterday. And I watched it. It was kind of interesting because they just did like, it was the Twitch rivals, and what they did was a bunch of rooms, and top 4 went to a winner's room and bottom 4 went to a loser's room, and they just kind of kept rotating that up, and whoever had the most like points at the end kind
Kind
of
of
won it.
round robin style.
Yeah, because it's you can't really do like a one-on-one auto chess.
Yeah.
It'd be like trying to do like a
Holstein.
like a Fortnite or something, because it's just you can't
Yeah, they did try to do that.
That's a mess.
those are weird. Have you ever watched a Fortnite tournament or a battle royale tournament?
Let me you cut out the
It's just one game.
modifier of tournament and ask me if I've ever watched Fortnite. No, I
You
haven't.
ever watched a Fortnite?
No, I've never. I watched Giant Bomb a little bit
Have you
for
ever
Fortnite.
played a Fortnite?
Yeah.
Yes, I've played
Yeah.
a Fortnite. We got to second once.
Yeah.
Then
Well,
Kevin
hiding.
decided he wanted to go in, and then Radioactive Spider-Man won or something. I don't.
Yeah, it was weird. No, like, see, I've watched Fortnite a couple times just to see what it was, and mainly because they were doing like a tournament, and I wanted to see how that would work, and this may be wrong, and I am often wrong. If you correct me in the comments, I'll probably not read them, but they did something where it was like, it was kills and position or what gave you points, because they
I
can't
like
match
that.
so it was like you got 1
Yeah!
point for
Did you see that? See that combo? One, two. Oh, man, this is hard.
yeah, so you got like 1 point for kill, and then you got like 5 points for a win, and it was just they had like 2 hours, and it was
Yeah.
just go.
Okay, yeah, no, okay.
Because
that makes sense.
it was just, and it was kind of interesting, because it's like,
Did they have like on a LAN setup?
no, it's just because of how it was just online, and they didn't have custom matches at that point, so it was just like, no, you just drop in and go. You're in the same as the pool as everyone else. which you would think wouldn't work, but it kind of did. And I watched it. It was okay.
It was a thing.
It was
That's a thing.
It was a thing. Man, what else to talk about that's been going on that I get to do in this point?
Final round is this weekend. They will likely finally have some kind of announcement for Street Fighter V.
Oh, we'll get another
new
character?
Probably. That's my expectation.
Will it be
It's
Oni
also-
2?
It's also
It's only 3.
Oni 3.
They skipped it.
I
Super
think
Saiyan Only
Street
3.
Fighter V Arcade Edition Type Arcade drops like tomorrow.
Sorry.
I don't care. I'm gonna buy you anyway.
Oh. Yeah. What other stuff? Because I've just been playing like Devil May Cry. That's basically been my week.
I
It's
get a comment off that.
like it got to the point where I wasn't. I've been slacking off on like actual stuff because. Devil May
It's
Cry
one of
came out.
those.
Oh. I like so Waldstein has this little dumb move where he like grabs you and then slams you against the wall. And I like it. I think that's a cool throw. It reminds me of what's the guy from King of Fighters that has that same kind of
The robot.
Yeah, he's in K Dash's team.
Maxima?
Yeah. Maxima has a throw like that.
He's got a good one.
And I like it. Nothing new's happening in Pokemon, is it?
No.
Not that I've seen. Scrabble's still top tier. That's about it. Or
yeah,
Sobble.
Sobbles.
Yeah, Scrabble.
I think
That's
the
new Pokemon.
Detective Pikachu trading cards are coming out.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, like so they're doing like a promo
Yeah,
set.
trade over and all.
Okay. So they're doing like a promo set of Detective Pikachu where they're doing like all the art of like the trading cards, but taking like stills from the movie, which I think is kind of cool.
I
Hope I
like
get human.
Pokemon trading card game is good for its art because it's always weird stuff like Larvitar that's just a picture of a figure of Larvitar.
Yeah. I follow apparently.
It's such a phenomenon only whispers among the
Yeah.
people, the Hollow Knight.
Yeah. It was
Good bit.
there's a dude who works at Game Freak. I forget his name. I found him like recently, and he works in Japan, and he's an artist for Pokemon. Like he's made several. Like if he's the guy that made the ice cream Pokemon.
Oh, okay. I don't like that Pokemon.
Well, he also made Gorlurk.
I don't know.
Okay.
Okay, the Golem
Yep.
Ghost.
Yeah. So he retweets people whenever they do fan art of his own Pokemon.
No, good.
He's like, yay. He also apparently drew Timbo the badass elephant.
What? Oh,
Yeah.
That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
Well, it's a
game.
It's one of Game Freak's not Pokemon games.
Oh, okay.
'Cause
Wait,
they-
they have not Pokemon games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Drill Dozer.
Surprisingly. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's one of those things where like you'll see it and you'll see like Game Freak makes a game and you're like because you think they're just the Pokemon.
Oh, it's a new Pokemon.
Like they're making that town game, whatever
Oh, yeah.
it's called.
Not Animal Crossing.
Yeah, it's
No, not Dylan's Rolling Western.
Oh, yeah.
The true travesty.
Dead Heat Breaker. Is that what it's called in Japan? Dylan's Rolling Western?
Yeah.
Because that's a cool name.
If that game wasn't born, I'd be really excited about it.
If that game wasn't like tower defense.
If it wasn't on the 3DS, especially, I'd be a lot more excited about it.
Like, it's just a tower defense game, and I think that's the... Oh, yeah. Oh, you knew.
Yeah.
You knew.
Oh, I guess I should talk about what I've been doing.
Yeah.
since
Yeah.
I'm not.
Yeah, fill the dead air.
Okay, so I helped build a playground for children.
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Helping people.
I saw it, I'm like, if I wasn't at work.
Yeah,
I'd
see,
totally do that.
but I did it
That's
like
all
one
right.
day, and also it was the day it didn't rain here, so shout outs to me. And then I got fed for doing it. Then also, like, while I was in Kingsport, they had Friends of the Library book sale. I got a $10 grocery bag you can fill with as many books as you want. You can fill a lot of books in a grocery bag.
That actually sounds really good.
Yeah, no, it's great. I got a ton of like coffee table books.
Like, do I know any of them?
These are all like Time Life, Cities of the World.
Oh, no, okay.
So I grabbed some of those, and then like there was a few. I don't remember like the publisher for it, but different museums from around the world with their pieces and art history of it. And then I got Jasper some books. I got him one called I Get So Mad.
Yeah.
It's a real good book. It's just situations where it's like, oh, I get so mad. Do you get mad?
Yeah. No, I think those books, that's actually important.
Yeah, no, it's real good.
'Cause
Yeah,
I get mad all the time.
And getting mad is okay.
No, you
Everyone
do.
gets mad.
When I get red.
I get
That's when
so
I get
mad when my parents say I have to take a rest. I'm not even tired. He gets mad a lot when he gets told he has to take a rest, and he's not even tired. I saw Into the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
That was our secondhand theater in town.
Oh, real?
Yeah. I don't know if it's still there or not, but it was.
I unfortunately saw it at the AMC because I was really excited about that movie.
No, like it was.
And it's worth it.
No, it is. That movie is fantastic.
Thank you, a not Pixar movie, for winning Best Animated.
I mean, yeah, but it's also still kind of Disney because they own Spider-Man and like.
Don't talk about
Don't talk
it.
about it. Don't think about it too much.
Like.
Yay, someone
But
won!
it's just-
Wait, Disney still gets the money.
It just felt good for like, cause it's not like a studio executive by the paint by numbers movie.
It's not like the.
Yeah, it's not like the MCU
Yeah, that's my biggest problem with
or
those movies.
anything Disney has put out in the last 20 years.
Or like
That's a little
every
too
Disney.
much. 15, I'd be safe saying, because I think The Emperor's New Groove came out within the past 20 years.
That's a good one.
Man, you ever watch the documentary that Sting's wife made of that? The making of? Yeah, so Sting did the soundtrack for that movie. And as part of his contract, his wife got to make a documentary of the making of a Disney movie. It has only been shown once at an independent film festival and otherwise just leaked online. If that tells you how Disney feels about how it is portrayed in this series. It's called The Sweatbox.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's see. The original director was going to be a Prince and the Pauper type story.
Yeah,
David Spade and Owen Wilson were going to be the Prince and
Wow.
Pauper.
that makes sense.
Yeah. After having being completely shot down by the Disney let's make sure everything's going fine crew, our director has a breakdown and quits the project. And they get a new director in. And Sting, I think, winds up writing almost a whole album of songs that keep getting scrapped because they keep cutting stuff from the movie and changing the plot.
That's pretty great.
So it's like, I wrote these songs and now that's not even relevant anymore. So I tell you, I don't like this process.
Oh, it's filthy. It's great.
You don't turn them both sideways. We're gonna have a chat.
It's I adore the horror that is Disney.
Yeah, there's gonna be a
What? Nothing
plot.
creative's ever bad.
There's gonna be a plot about Yzma trying to get eternal youth and becoming, queen. That was too busy for the movie, so they just cut that part out. They also lost a whole song that Yzma got to sing. It was very sultry and
Oh yeah,
it was good.
that's what you would imagine.
Who's her VA?
I don't know.
Ezra Jones, something like that. I'm sorry. I feel like I should know her name, but I don't.
Cost effective.
No, thankfully. Let's
Oh.
see. You're not in
Yeah, I'm on cross tab.
well, no, I was gonna say you're not in
Yeah, for this.
X Factor.
Yeah.
I can't remember what Cross Tag's X Factor is called.
No, yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
pretty good.
Yeah.
X Factor? Yeah. Let's play
Yeah.
X- let's
No,
play
no.
Marvel
The,
3.
that documentary. I might
Play.
check that out. That
Oh,
sounds
you
really
can play
good.
Marvel 3.
Like I say, it's on. Yeah, I'm driving.
Oh. Yeah.
Like I say,
Just
it's
wanna play Dante.
you just gotta Google the Sweatbox, and you will find it.
You'll get there.
The Sweatbox, Emperor's New Groove, probably.
Yeah.
Listen,
Cartoons
Disney's never
are
done
filthy.
anything bad.
Disney's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Big man, and not so much here.
Disney World's scary. I mean, what was the last time you went to Disney World?
I never
Years
have.
ago.
All right, so years ago, I went there a couple years ago, and there were things about it.
Wait,
that,
Disney World or Disneyland?
Disney World.
Okay.
Disney World in Florida.
The good one near us.
And there were things about it that were spooky.
It's better than World. It's better than
No, I'm
Land.
not saying that. I'm making a face because near us, when we're like in the middle of the East Coast, and like,
Technically correct.
Technically correct.
It is technically correct.
like yeah,
But
but
it's
I'm
not
just
by
saying,
much.
like, don't say like near us when it's not.
Listen, it's
near.
not Dollywood.
Oh, I love
I
Dollywood.
don't know. Should we talk about Dollywood on this?
Yeah,
Dollywood's
fine.
great.
whatever.
Dollywood's
I
fantastic.
think Dollywood has actually matured itself into a pretty decent little theme park.
Especially like you can get like a season pass for less than $100.
Yeah, for nothing.
Yeah.
It's great.
I mean, I'm still too much of an old man, and
Yeah.
I'm really not into theme parks right now. Like, but it's a solid. Like the water park is good.
Yeah.
I think they actually have like roller coasters and rides.
Yeah,
there.
there's good stuff there.
Like it's gotten to the point where I feel like it's actually a park. Mm-hmm. I remember because we would go there for I think it was like when I was in elementary or middle school.
Middle school sounds safer.
Was middle school where we had a trip to Dollywood?
Why are you asking us?
I
You're
think
4
I'm
years
asking-
older than
I'm
me.
asking.
and, like,
I'm asking aloud. I'm asking like to the
I
ether.
went on field trips there like almost once a year with orchestra.
So I guess it was like I'm just trying to like use you as like a barometer because if you went there with like something in school, then probably I did as well because I can't quite remember
Yeah,
when
I think
I
he's
actually.
right because I think I went there at middle school.
Yeah, so
besides family trip.
I think at Indian Trail we went there, but oh man, Indian Trail's terrible. I am hitting all the wrong buttons.
Yeah, you sure are, dog.
But because I'm thinking about Dolly, I remember eating a lot of funnel cake. That was like
Yeah.
my memory of going. I rode the log flume and I ate a lot of funnel cake.
Nothing says welcome to the
I-
South like funnel cake.
The
I love funnel cake. It's good.
Oh, it's great, but it is not
the
good for you.
log flume I stand by is not a amusement park ride.
You
Right,
think,
you're like sitting
It
there
should
for
be-
like I don't know 10 minutes and then falling down one slope.
And getting wet? Like, that's my problem, because then you're wet for the rest of the day.
I'm 100% with you on that. That's
It should be at water parks.
that
parks
there's a time at like Six Flags. If we're just kind of rambling, topics
really
have
been
gone.
rambling.
It's fine. It's fine. This is what the people want.
Yeah,
So there's a time
so
at
we were
Six
talking
Flags
about books and then
when I was in
then
second
Emperor's New
grade.
Groove, then Disney,
Yeah.
then Hollywood.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
right.
it's fun.
So there's a time at Six Flags, and they had this. I need to
yeah,
I need to
I
actually
got you,
think about this story.
Okay,
so there's
Six
this time
Flags.
Six Flags had like a log flume. It was just, and it would go by, and it would like splash like one of those little walkways.
Yeah.
And you could stand in it. And I was about like second, third grade. Me and my sister thought it'd be real fun. We'd stand in front of the thing and get a little splash.
Yeah.
What we didn't know is that like the one we saw was like there's no one in it. So but when there's people in it,
It's a lot heavier.
it's a lot heavier and the splash gets a lot of cements. So we're standing there and we're like, yay! And the log comes up and it's just like an avalanche of water. And we're standing there.
a
in the-
tsunami, you
a
might
tsunami.
say.
Yeah, an avalanche of water. And we got hit with it, and we were just soaked to the core.
Yeah.
And this was like the first thing we were there, so we were like standing around, and
So
like
now you're just wet the rest of the time.
we had to go to the gift shop, and my dad had to buy us new clothes because
that's
we
how
were
they get you.
we were that soaking wet. We had to like change in the guest shop bathroom
Yeah.
because it was so. And that's one of my amusement park memories.
See, so I think Six Flags has helped that issue. By now, they have like a plastic guard in front of where the splash happened, so you can see it and experience it, and then not get wet.
Yeah, it was. I think Six Flags was also the time I went to like a roller coaster, and it didn't quite like close all the way. Or like the little thing that clicks down, and it clicked. It didn't click all like it's supposed to go click 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 until it gets to like like your little heart the restraint is supposed to hit like kind of flush with you.
Yeah.
And the person wasn't paying attention too much, or it was broke, and it was like one off. So I was like, it's not closing, and then it just started going, and I was like, I was bumping around.
That happened to
I-
Cody too, but it was like at the top of the.
no.
I felt like I was going to die. That was one of those times. It was that. and at an amusement park or a water park, and there's one time
No one expects
around
super.
wetlands around here where I thought I was going to die because it was a severe thunderstorm happened. And I'm like, well, this is it.
This is the end for all Kevin.
This is it. I'm dead at wetlands. Yeah, that's some. That's
Yeah,
some
Cody
inside.
had that where it was not on right, so the whole time, like, we're going down the first hill, he's like, how is this not just gonna have me hit the ground at the speed I'm falling?
No, that's like, it's really scary. It is really spooky when like one of those things doesn't quite. Like I'm sure it's within like range. Like it's not like lethal, but man,
Yeah.
that's the thing that's always like bothered me. And then I went on the roller coaster again because that was one of those things where like, nah,
See, like, when it happened to me, it was in Kennywood and Dollywood.
yeah.
And, like, it was one of the old-timey ones. It was not designed to be flush with you or anything. No, it was a bar that locked over.
Oh, I hate that.
And when you're a
love the
kid,
bar.
you do not meet that bar.
No, it's like
So, like,
a lot
every
of-
hill I'm
of
going
holes.
down, and this is also, like, one of the first roller coasters I've ever ridden.
Yeah.
Every hill I go down, I'm coming off the seat noticeably.
like oh here
Like,
it is.
this is not how this is supposed to be at all.
Yeah.
And hopefully that's been demolished since then, and you can suck it, Jackrabbit. You're in an awful roller coaster and no one likes you.
No, that'll be the next defunct land.
Good.
He'll be,
It's weird when he does one you know.
yeah.
It's weird.
I love it. I love
Defunct Land. You watch him, Nolan?
Yes, I do.
best one of
One
I
of the
would
top YouTube
I would dare say one of the best YouTube
Like,
channels on the internet.
Yeah, like the one about the Universal Studios Beetlejuice.
Show.
Yeah, that was weird because like I went and saw that, and like he's saying time frames. I'm like, well, that's when I was. I did not know this was such a rare breed at that point.
I had that same one with, what was it, Extraterrestrial?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ET. I did that. I saw that when it was still
Yeah.
like. I that ride freaked me out
Oh, no, I
so
loved it
bad.
so much.
I was crying. That ride made me cry, and I was afraid. I'm a big old baby. As you have probably noticed by seeing everything that I have posted on the internet. But man, that ride freaked me out. Alien Encounter. And then it turned into Lilo and Stitch, and I was like, well, that ain't right. That's not what that's supposed to be.
Uh-oh. We got the same
Lilo
idea.
and Stitch, one of the better Disney movies.
It's solid. And I learned about, like, some of the stuff they changed in it.
Oh, you mean like how the fish that predicts the weather was supposed to die? Stitch was supposed to kill Pudge.
No, like how she interacts with tourists.
Oh yeah, that
Yeah,
one. That's a good one.
that got me. I'm like, oh no.
I do not know this.
Okay, so like one of the deleted scenes was, it was to show like
Lilo's
Lilo's an outsider, not just in like she's kind of weird, but
yeah,
the place she lives is a
like
place
a tourist trap.
tourists go,
Oh,
and the reason why she takes photos is to be, how do you like it?
yeah,
How do you like being
Taking
something
pictures,
something
yeah.
for someone else's enjoyment?
Yeah.
And it kind of sucks that they cut that. That was really good.
Yeah, like I think that would have just added to letting you realize how bad a home life she has.
It's so sad.
Honor means family, guys.
No one gets left behind. And if they do, they get to pop X Factor and go to town.
Yeah.
Not Nemesis, though. Nemesis going to just die. Oh, he did it.
Oh,
Oh,
he a
he-
big boy.
Yeah, you dead, Dante. Alright, no, fine, it's fine, Kevin. You got X Factor Wesker. You just gotta survive. You just gotta
Boss.
survive.
I died.
Thank you, Tyrant X Factor.
Who sure has done, Kevin?
Yeah, you
Okay,
got it.
that's
I got
fine. No, it's good.
What order was this team?
I think Dante was at the end.
Okay.
I think it was.
Good.
it's-
There we go.
yeah.
That's what I wanted. I wanted Virgo. I wanted Anchor Wesker.
Yeah, and we had Malbert Whiskers.
Yep.
You had Dante. You had Sent and Jamal.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's just. What was like the last Disney movie I really liked? I'm trying to think. Like
I enjoyed Coco, but I didn't really think all that much about it.
I
I think it's good, but it's like I don't think it's anything super special. But it's good.
I'm trying to.
Frozen, that's what it was.
No, yeah,
That was
No, that's the one everyone loves.
I don't hate Frozen. It's just not for me. Like it's one of those where like I can see it. I'm like yeah, but it's not like it doesn't offend me to the core like some movies and stuff. Like it's just like eh. I think maybe it was Spider-Man. Does that count as a Disney movie?
No.
That's a Marvel movie.
Just so well. Wait, which Spider-Man?
Was Wall-E or Toy Story 3? No, Toy Story 3. Like I think Toy Story 3 is overrated because of the ending. Because otherwise, the plot of it is the same as just
Yeah.
Toy Story 2. It's like the exact same. It's the gang.
How doesn't that work?
Aren't you excited for Toy Story 4 though?
Not at all. Like not at all. Unless Sora shows up, then maybe.
No!
That-
we both failed.
That would actually make me somewhat like okay. Is if
No, it ends with the beginning of the Sora
Kingdom
storyline,
Hearts
yeah.
level. Yeah, that'd be okay. But like, I just think it's just like, and it feels like they're just like none of those live action remakes have done like anything for me.
Wait, doesn't Thor have ball cancels or something in this game?
Didn't they say they're doing a live action like Lady and the Tramp?
They're in the works of doing
heard.
a live action
I heard.
Nightmare. I'm sorry,
Okay,
Nightmare Before Christmas.
So, like, I didn't know I Killed Giants had already come out and already gone to DVD.
Well, I don't know what that is.
Oh, it's a comic that, like, I don't know, it gets a lot more praise than it should, in my opinion. But, like, I was surprised it was even getting a movie, and now apparently, like, I was so not paying attention that it's already on DVD.
Oh, we really got off tangent there.
No.
that's the
whole
point of this
The
podcast.
point is the tangents. People don't listen to podcasts for the
All right, let
actual
me just flow
topic.
through it. My week was DMC. That's about it.
Yeah.
I can keep going.
No.
Yeah.
Like
if I had more to talk about, I would.
it's just like
Oh yeah, and I tried online dating apps.
yeah.
Yeah, those kind of suck.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So my tip for those, my pro tip is
Why?
no. One. So here's the tips. Tip number 1.
Everyone at home listen.
You're screaming into the void. Accept it.
Yeah.
Like just like similar to like how like the crab fisherman puts out his crab pots every day, and he puts a little bit of fish guts in there, and he puts them out. And some days he brings them in, and there's not there. Some days there are crabs in there. So just accept it. Like it doesn't matter. It does. Like do not like it's like your passive buff or whatever, where you're throwing it out there. You're saying
If it hits,
it hits.
Good.
If it doesn't,
If not,
fine.
well.
No small. Number 2, here's the key. You gotta read the girl's profile, comment on it, and ask her questions. Because what happens?
I'm already
You
doing
have to
that,
be
so I'm on it.
engaging.
Yes.
You
No,
can't
Hey,
say,
Nate, say
hey
hi to the
girl.
podcast.
Say hi. Hey.
You can't say, hey girl, where are the nudes at?
Yeah. No. That's stage 4.
Stage 4. I
Stage
gotcha.
4. So what? So how was the Smash Brothers?
I'm doing well. I'm in top 8. So.
You're in top 8. Who do you play? Say louder. You speak into the
Oh,
microphone.
Like, what characters do I play?
Yeah.
Pokemon Trainer and Pichu.
Uh,
Who's your favorite Pokemon trainer?
Like, I like Squirtle a lot.
Okay.
Squirtle's the reason why I played the character.
Okay.
So Squirrel, your favorite Pokemon?
Solid choice.
Squirtle's a good Pokemon.
I like Squirtle.
Yeah.
I think it's acceptable Pokemon. It's not one of the cringier ones. I have levels of Pokemon that I consider like acceptable and not acceptable.
Okay, I don't know what this art is actually for, but that is definitely a good fake Pokemon tree.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh. Oh, I'm dead.
Okay, this
Oh!
is apparently there's
Yo,
a game
wow.
called Unruly Heroes. You're getting a plug on because you're on Twitter.
I'm using Chris Battle.
Is that a... Yeah, that's Legend of Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This,
Very great fairy theme.
yeah,
Fairy
this-
theme, but like remixed
Remixed.
as hip hop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. I mean, it's all right.
yeah.
I like it.
It's got a nice beat I can really dance to. I've forgotten where that is originally from, but I say it a lot.
Oh, there's a lot of things that I cannot remember the origin, but it's never it.
God, I forgot MODOK was in this game.
Yeah. What
What's
was it?
his name?
MODOK.
MODOK.
No. What?
MODOK.
Mental organism
Designed only for
killing.
MODOK, no problems.
Oh.
Yeah, good anti-airs. Yo, back in S.
No, I'm learning.
I'm telling you, back in S.
No, learn.
Back in S, Kevin. Back in S.
I'm learning. I'm learning so much. I'm learning to read.
Oh, you can get a Batista beam now.
Yeah. Oh, he just do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what
Hey,
I'm
that's what about. What were we talking about earlier?
No, it's your
dating app.
your
No,
dating.
before that. I'm trying to get back on tangent.
No. The train
There's no
doesn't
going
stop.
back. There's no
We gotta
going
go
back.
forward. We gotta keep moving forward until one day we find that answer. I'm just gonna write them all.
Might
Bam.
as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right,
only
I'd play this team.
I had a topic to talk about, and I just
Really?
lost it.
I mean, you can end it now. We've hit the 40 minutes. I'm fine with it.
Alright, you want to call
Oh,
it?
okay. One last thing before we stop then. First person to tweet at me with their favorite Power Ranger will get a copy of Power Rangers Battle for the Grid.
Yep.
This is null and void if you have been on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
Now you
Also,
just have to figure out if that was me or Kevin that said this.
yeah, it was Drew. Later days.
Later days.